everyone, this is Lori here with Lori Hooks. Welcome. Thanks for hanging out with me today. So happy New Year. We've made it to 2024. I made it to 2024. I hope that you guys all had a great New Year's. If I didn't catch up with you guys over Christmas, I did do a video right after Christmas, but I hope that your holidays were really good and that you enjoyed your time with your family and friends. We had a very good holiday, a little bit of quiet time, which we really needed over because the past month has been very busy for us. So it was nice to have some quiet time to just sit and chill and relax. And of course, as soon as we had some quiet time, sickness starts to go through the household. So my husband did have to work. He took the 27th off. And then the 28th, 29th, he had to work a full day the 28th, and the 29th was a half day for him. He came home on Friday the 29th and was not feeling too great. And by Saturday, he had a full-on, I'm going to call it a cold. He didn't seem to have a fever. He didn't have a stomach sickness or anything like that. He just had a headache, very runny nose, coughing, sneezing, burning eyes, that type of stuff. And then by Sunday, he was starting to come back out again. It hit him really hard on Friday. And then again, it started to go away really quickly, which is good. So, now we're on sickness watch for the rest of us. So hopefully none of the rest of us get it. Hopefully it was just a little bug that he had and that the rest of us managed to hide from it. I've had a little bit of a sinus headache, and what I describe is more being allergy-like the last few days. So I thought maybe I have it a little bit, but not feeling too bad today. Again, a little bit of nose running because I feel like I have allergies, but not too bad. So not complaining. I don't have anything like he had, so that's good. So let's get on to the yarny stuff. So I have a finished object to show you guys today, as well as 2 whips. So let's get started with finished object. So I finished I believe this is called Lovely Little Blanket. And this is actually a baby blanket pattern on Hirschner's website. And I decided to oversize it and make it a blanket. This is what the body of the blanket looks like. It is about my wingspan wide. Here's the border. It is about my wingspan wide. And it is worked in rows, it's not worked in rounds, but it's about 4.5 or 5 feet long. It reaches, when I lay on the chair with it on it, it covers up my feet and it goes all the way up to about my chest with it covered up my feet, maybe my neck, and that's with my feet fully covered. So it's a nice couch blanket for 1 person, maybe 2 people if you're really cuddling. And it's the right weight for a couch blanket. It's that nice comfortable where you're not too hot and not too cold. So these are shells worked in, I used a 6mm hook. And it's a very busy blanket, but I really like it. And I like the colors. So I had been eyeing this yarn, this colors on Hirschner's website, and they send me out their little catalogs, books, whatever you want to call them. And I've been eyeing the colors for a while. I bought them in the spring. I started this blanket, I'm going to say in the spring. And in the summer, when I had the flood, this is some of the yarn that I lost in the flood. I think I originally bought, so I'll show you the yarn. I was talking about the yarn, I should show you the yarn. So the body of the blanket is made in this Hirschner's worsted stripes, and this is the color Flourish. And then they sell a pack with one of the stripe and then the 3 solid colors. So here's the 3 solids. And I used the solid colors for the border. As you can see, I have lots left. I just did a few rounds of each. Not even a few rounds of each. There's the 4 together. And these solids, the colors, this one's boysenberry. This one I believe is stem. Yep, stem. This one is glacier. So the stripes yarn I liked. I like the way it feels. I like the way the yarn, the thickness, all that kind of stuff. For some reason, the solids are not so nice. And I did not notice it, well, I didn't notice it when I bought them. I noticed it when I was working with them, and whether, I don't know if the original ones that I got were like this. I lost, in the flood, I lost my original set of these. They all got wet, so I had to buy new ones to replace it. And I also bought, I can't remember if I bought 2 extras of this. So I have 2.5 of this left, plus each of these solids are about half full. So you will see these colors again in the future. I already have an idea of what I want to use them for. But as a comment, I really liked the stripes. I didn't like the solids. And I don't know, because 2 of them are like this, I don't think it's just like a bad batch. The glacier is fine. The boysenberry is the worst one of the 2, but acrylic is a plastic, and if it gets too hot, it basically melts, and it kind of, when it melts, I don't, what's the word? Felting. That's kind of how it felt, like it had felted a bit. It's not meaning that it's stuck together. I mean that it's not, in some places when you're working with it, the yarn doesn't feel fluffy. It feels kind of stiff and flat, and it's kind of weird. And it's kind of disappointing to see it like that. As I said, I don't know if I got some bad skeins or why it's like that and the stripes not, but I was just disappointed in that. I don't think I will buy Hirschner's worsted again because of this. It is still soft yarn. It is still nice to work with. I have concerns now about washing it. We will see. If it goes really bad, I'm sure you're going to hear from me about it. But yeah. And you know, as a blanket, I use acrylic for a blanket that's going to be laying around on my couch because I want it to be washable. I mean, we're not always tidy people around here. We snack while we watch TV with our blankets on us. We have a dog, so things around here, they get washed. So I hope that it washes okay. I hope that the yarn's all right. But again, I was a little disappointed about that. The other comment is that I brought this up in a video before about how cakes and striped yarns of different lots, the colors are in the same order, but sometimes the other way around. So I generally work my cakes or my skeins from the center. I bought some of Cairn cakes of various types, like a cloud cake, and the other one was a cotton, whatever they call the cotton cakes. And one, the colors were wound, you know, that if you worked it from the center out, they would be in order. And another one that I had bought at another time that was obviously a different lot number was worked from the outside in. These Hirschner stripes do not have lot numbers on them. As I said, I bought some of these in the spring, and then because of my flood, I had to replace the ones that got lost. So I bought some more in the fall. So they would have, I assume, been different lot numbers, but because they were bought at different times. But there are no lot numbers on these skeins that I can find. All the numbers on them are exactly the same. It doesn't matter whether I look at the spring ones or the fall ones and match them to each other. They are all the same numbers on them. But the ones that I bought in the fall, I had to work them from the outside in to get the colors in the same order as the ones that I bought in the spring. I worked them from the inside out. And I find it really annoying. I don't know why yarn manufacturers have to do it. There's apparently a reason why. I just think it's annoying. If you can manage to get the colors in the same order, why can't you make them wound the same way? And I know I'm probably going to hear about it again, how I'm wrong, but that's just the way I feel about it. Yarn is really expensive. I realize the manufacturing process makes it expensive, but it's just frustrating. So I'm going to stop going on about this blanket again. I'm very happy with the outcome of the blanket. I like the fact that it's so busy. I think it's fun. It's not to everybody's taste. I will not be gifting it because I realize that it is not to everybody's taste. I like it. That is my FO. So let's get on to whips. I kind of feel like I've been on a tangent. I will stop now. So whips. First whip is this blanket made with blanket yarn. And it is already pretty big. It is about 5 feet. It's worked from the center and it's worked in the round. So it is about 5 feet square right now. And it is using blanket yarn. And I will show you a better corner that I've actually worked both sides of the corner. Here's what it looks like. So I started this really early in my crocheting time. I'm going to say I started this like 3 years ago. I worked on it a bunch, probably got it out to about maybe 3.5 feet wide, and put it in timeout. I got it out again, put another few more skeins into it, and now I've gotten it out again with the plan to get it finished. This pattern is a free pattern. It's called, I believe, Snowberries Throw. And I bought the colors that were in the pattern because I really like the way it looked. And I love the way that blanket yarn feels. I love the way that it works up. I don't love working with it. It hurts my hands. This big hook, which is a 9mm that I'm using for it, it hurts my hands. This yarn hurts my hands. So will I buy blanket yarn again? Depends on how much somebody pushes me, I guess, because everybody loves the outcome. But again, I don't like working with it. So this is a YouTube video. I believe it's free on the website. I don't remember whose website it is, but I will link it in the description box below. It is a fun, mindless make, but again, I don't love this yarn. I originally bought, I think, 3 of the small skeins of each color, and I thought that that wasn't going to be big enough once I had about 1 skein of each color in, and I decided that it probably wasn't going to be big enough. And then I happened to see all 3 colors at Walmart, so I bought a large skein of all 3 colors because I do want the blanket to be, I wanted the blanket to be really big, and now it would be big enough at the size that I made it, but we're going to put it all in here and make it really big. So this was to be like a backup blanket for my bed. So yeah, I'll need those extra skeins for it. But I think it's really pretty. It feels really nice. I'm sure when it's done, I'm gonna love it. I just don't love it right now while I'm working on it. I feel like I'm kind of on a tangent again. I'm sorry, I don't have the color names with me. I know this red is cranberry, but I don't remember what the other 2 are. When I do the final reveal, final FO for this blanket, I will tell you what the colors are. Right now, because the skeins are so big, they are downstairs. I did not bring them up here to the living room where I'm sitting right now. So this is the blanket yarn blanket. And it has been sleeping for probably 2 years. I don't think I've worked on it at all since I've had a channel. I could be wrong, but I don't think I have. So my last whip I started on the 31st. I did not have a knit project. I shouldn't say that. I do have a couple knit whips. I just didn't feel like working on any of them. And I bought this kit a while ago and wanted to work on it. So this is, bought the kit from Maxim. This is what the kit makes. It is called the Carefree Cardi, and it is a knit pattern, and it is made using Maxim rag yarn. And this is a worsted weight yarn, or a size 4, whatever you like to call it. It's acrylic. And I'm trying to find a, oh, they just call this black. So this is the yarn. It is very busy. And they did call this an intermediate pattern. I wouldn't call myself an intermediate knitter, but I'm gonna try to work my way through it and hopefully I can do it. When I bought the kit, I don't think I bought it with the intention of actually making this cardigan. It was just priced well for the yarn. So I guess it was on sale. I'm sure it was on sale, and then I got enough of a discount that I thought it was worthwhile to buy it, but I don't think my intention was really to make this cardigan, but I like it so much that I'm going to figure it out and I'm gonna make it. So here's where I'm at with it so far. And I've forgotten if this is the right side or the wrong side. I need to mark it. I will show you each side, but there's one side. And there's the other side. It is very busy. It's a pretty busy pattern. There's a fair bit of counting involved. A lot of repeat of the same counts, but counting nonetheless. I did manage to work on it while watching a TV show that I don't get completely engrossed in, and it's been fine. But yeah, this is a 6mm knitting needle. So that is my Carefree Cardi so far. It's fun to work on, but as I said, it's a lot of counting, and I hope that I haven't bit off more than I can chew. We will see, because I'm reading some parts of the pattern. I'm a little confused. So I'm trying to take it step by step so I don't get overwhelmed. So that is my 2 whips and my FO that I've got going on right now. So this FO, I finished it yesterday. I got out that blanket yesterday to get back working on it again so I can get it out of my whip pile, and started the Cardi on the 31st, and today's the 2nd. So yeah, so in terms of upcoming, I think in my next video, hopefully that blanket yarn blanket will be finished. Hopefully you'll see some more progress on that cardigan. And I feel like I have something else that I want to work on. We will see whether or not I get started on that. That would be a new thing. And yeah, so we'll see for next time. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for liking my videos. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. And I'll see you next time on Lori Hooks. Bye, everyone.